fight, Miguel Baeza versus Takashi Sato. Interesting fight because Miguel is 9-0-0. Takashi, on the other hand, 16-3-0. Takashi with the more experience. 9 straight wins for Miguel. But, as I said, this is always suspect to me because Miguel has only had 2 fights in the UFC. Who has he beat? Hector Aldana. Wins by leg kick and ground and pound. Okay, that's pretty kind of impressive. I mean, but Aldana's record 4-2. Okay? So, even if you check out Aldana, like, he looks like he has potential himself, but he has 4 straight losses, and Miguel was the last, like, the last one of those, so, like, the most recent one. Okay, so that's nothing impressive. So now I'm already a little bit hesitant, because the first fight in the UFC was essentially like a gimme, if you ask me. Okay, let's look at Matt Brown. We know Matt Brown, I know Matt Brown, you know Matt Brown. 22 wins, 17 losses. He has almost as many losses as he has wins. And everyone's like, oh yeah, he beat tough Matt Brown, blah, 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 blah. Man, do you know how many losses Matt Brown has? Are you kidding me? Are you really going to say that he beat Matt Brown and that's like this good thing that puts him on a pedestal? Hell no. That's nothing to brag about. This isn't Matt Brown from like 2012. You know, this is, and even before 2012, Matt Brown wasn't consistent in his wins. Post 2012, Matt Brown was more consistent in losses. Why is this something everyone is hyping over? Now, the problem that I see with Miguel in as far as his fights and highlights, he's really, I don't want to say static, but yeah, static in his movement. Like, his movement is very direct. It's, there's no sway. I can't really describe it. I think even, like, movement side to side is a little bit lacking. He likes to move, like, forward and back more often when he does. I feel like he doesn't lead the dance that often, if that makes sense. He kind of follows the dance, so it's his opponent that's kind of dictating maybe the pace, so to speak, of the fight, or the direction of it, at least. The problem here is that he's facing Takashi Sato. Sato himself has 11 wins by knockout, and 10 of his last 16 total wins were by knockout. They're quick, too. So that means he's got good striking. But he's pretty basic in his movement as well. Okay, so both these guys are fairly basic in their movement, if you ask me. So, like, the pro to Baeza is that he's going to have a little bit of a longer reach, which could keep Sato at bay. But what I think Baeza should do in this case is he should look to take Sato down if he can. Because Sato's got some, like, obviously knockout power here, right? And seeing as Baeza's fairly new to the UFC, like, okay, he won against Matt Brown, but man, like, this is suspect. His record is suspect to me. Man, I should, like, put up some sort of, like, sticker that's like, suspect. I might actually do these kinds of things down the road. But this is a suspect sort of record for me. His 9-0, I don't like it. So don't get me wrong, Baeza's got the record, 9-0, right? So clearly he's a winner. And a lot of times he also wins by knockout. If he doesn't, it goes to decision and he wins. I don't expect this fight will go to the distance if both of these guys have knockout power. So Sato has a total of 3 losses. Only one of those losses is actually in the UFC. And it's against Belal Muhammad. He lost to Glacio Franca by sleeper choke. And he did lose to Kenta Takagi by punches, so strikes. The problem here is going to be that Miguel Baeza can throw a punch, but can he maybe possibly submit Takashi Sato? I think that's a possibility. If he takes him down, why not? Right? But he has to take him down. So we know that Takashi Sato probably doesn't have a good ground game, or even maybe a grappling game if he's been choked out twice, right? But I can't expect Baeza to actually go for the submission here. I think it's more practical that he's going to win by decision, or he's going to win by knockout as well. Now, if you're going to ask me, who to bet on here. I think both these guys have a good chance, but if you're going to take Sato, I would put Sato by KO. And because he is, at least when I was looking at the lines, I think Miguel Baeza was at a favorite. He was a minus 160, and Takashi Sato was at a plus 130. And honestly, I think Sato has a great chance here and a great opportunity. I would pick Sato to win. And if you were to bet on him, I wouldn't be surprised if he does it by knockout. So you might want to look to see what Sato by knockout is as far as the odds. And if you think they're worth it, I would do Sato by knockout. So in this fight, I think I'm actually going to take Takashi Sato.